Welcome, guys. Today, jumping on a quick live to share with you. Um, if you're feeling like you are going through a divorce and you're not sure why you're so sad, you're feeling like, man, I wanted this divorce. Why am I so sad? That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's dive right in. The number one, the first thing to understand is that the end of a relationship is always sad, you guys. Your beliefs about the relationships or the relationship that you were in are over, and who you were in the relationship and what the future was going to hold for you have ended. They've come to an end. And so you probably had hopes about what things would look like and who you would be and who you would become with this person. And the end of the relationship, whether it's a divorce, whether it's a breakup, whatever it is, it can be really sad because it causes us to, in a way, lose a part of our identity. We almost lose a part of ourself in losing the relationship a lot of the time. So it's normal to feel sad. It's warranted. The second reason why you might be feeling sad is the fear of the unknown, right? So losing what you've grown comfortable with, losing what you've grown accustomed to, it's really hard. We might feel as though we deserve better when we're in the marriage and realize that we want a divorce, or when we're in a relationship, realize that we want to end the relationship. But it's hard to actually change those things that you've grown accustomed to. You've been living with this person for a really long time. You've gotten used to them being around. They might add benefit to your life in certain ways. It's helpful when you have a partner who's splitting expenses. It's helpful when you have a partner who's splitting the chores and splitting the duties. And to have that go away, it can be really scary because you're stepping into this uncharted territory that you have no idea what it's going to mean, what it's going to be. Another reason why you might be sad or scared is because you don't know your market value. Maybe you were in a relationship for 10 or 20 or 30 years and you really don't know how the singles market is going to treat you. Are you more valuable or less valuable than the last time you were single? Maybe you're much older. Maybe you look very different. Maybe dating apps weren't a thing, right? And we'll talk about that too. But not knowing your market value. I've had clients come to me who are like, I really don't know, if anybody's even going to want me. I'm divorced now. I'm 10 years older than I was. I'm 20 years older than I was. I don't know what the single scene is going to be like. Are women going to be interested in me now? Are they, do I have a black mark on my soul, right? Because I'm going through this divorce, or I'm divorced now. And how is it going to be received by women in the singles market? So not knowing your market value can make you really feel unsettled. Another thing is being unfamiliar with the modern dating scene. Dating apps are a super recent development. You may have been in a relationship for a really long time. The last time you were single, there was no such thing as dating apps. And now you're trying to navigate this very confusing, uncharted territory. You don't know how to set up a profile. You don't even know what apps you should be on, and let alone messaging beautiful women so that they want to respond to you and say yes to your date invitation. It's all very overwhelming when you've stepped out of the dating scene for years and years and years in a marriage or in a long-term relationship. And now you're thinking about diving back in and you're really scared and overwhelmed. How am I supposed to know what to do? Maybe you've heard horror stories about different scammers trying to scam money, or just bad situations that your friends have been in, and it's just all very overwhelming. So being unfamiliar with the dating scene is another reason why you might be feeling a little uncomfortable. Lastly, your dating skills might be pretty rusty. You might, you might not have gone on a formal date in years and years and years. You might have forgotten completely how that whole courting phase worked. Why would you even keep it top of mind when you're in a marriage? You're thinking this is going to be the last relationship I'm ever in. And so I don't need to even worry about all of that stuff that I learned 10 or 20 or 30 years ago when I was single. And so, now you're thinking about, okay, I don't even know how to set up a first or a second or a third date. I don't even know what the rules are these days, right? The last time I was single, man, I was going to dinner, but maybe you're watching some of my videos and you're like, oh shoot, I didn't realize dinner was a terrible idea for a first or second date. And so you don't really know how to set the dates up, or you don't really know what you should be talking about. You probably have an idea that talking about your divorce is not going to win you a lot of babes. It's not going to win you a lot of positive comments and thoughts from the women that you're dating. But how do you know what to talk about when your divorce is front and center in your life and it's totally top of mind? So you know that your dating skills, your conversation skills are a little bit rusty, but you don't have any idea where to start and how to change them. All of these things are super, super normal, you guys. And if you're struggling with this, I'm here to help you. I'm a dating coach for men. I help men every single day in this situation. I have a coaching program that would be perfect for people who are jumping back into the dating scene. We meet twice a week in weekly group coaching calls. I also have an extensive online curriculum that walks you through step by step exactly how to set up your dating profiles, how to message women so that they respond and say yes to your dates, and how to do a really great job on those first, second, and third dates so that the right woman wants to be your girlfriend. And if you're coming out of a divorce, I really don't recommend rushing it. You need to take your time. You need to make sure that you don't just dive back into an unhealthy relationship. We don't want the cycle to repeat. We want you to find your forever person. So if you're looking for guidance and help and support, especially I've got a community of single men that are all working together to fill up their dating funnels and support each other, then I would love to talk with you. You can book a new client session with myself or a member of my team over at emlovz.com and learn more about my mega dating philosophy and how I encourage you to really flourish in the dating scene. Thanks so much for watching, guys.